So, I like to find out what national day it is because every day it's something. And today I found out that it's National Dessert Day. So, I didn't want to go to the store and spend any money. I was over at my parents' last night and they gave me a whole bag of apples because they had just went apple picking with my niece and nephew. So I decided today we're going to make a dessert based around apples and we're going to make homemade apple chips. So step one, I'm going to preheat that oven to 250 degrees so that it can warm up while I'm taking the other steps to get ready to put them in there. So preheat your oven, step one. Step two, you're going to cut the apple in half. Get a nice sharp knife here. Cut it in half and remove the seeds. So because removing the seeds wasn't so easy for me, I'm cutting the apple halves in thin slices, and then when any seeds pop out, I just cut them off and kind of even it out so it becomes a chip. I also found that a sure way not to cut yourself is to put the apple face down and then cut it that way so that you're not going to cut your fingers off while making apple chips, because that would not be nice. Well, alright, so once you get your apples cut up into chips, we're going to, now the recipe I found, it didn't tell me to spray the pan, but I don't want my apple chips being stuffed in the bottom. So normally I would coat the pan with regular coconut oil, but I am out of it, so I'm going to spray it with this coconut oil spray. Just a little bit to make sure that they're not going to get stuck in the pan. I'm going to dump them in the pan, spread them out there. Then I'm going to cover them. I love cinnamon, so I am going to load it up with cinnamon and I'm going to toss them around like that. For me, you can never have too much. So there we go. Then I want it to spread evenly over all the apples, so I'm going to toss them around in the cinnamon. If there is another spice that you like, you could try that out. I was thinking about putting some coconut sugar on here as well, but I think I'm going to stick with the cinnamon today. Make sure all sides are covered. And I'm going to make sure that as many are touching the pan as possible and spread out because I have too many apples for my pan right now. As you can see, I am not a professional chef, cook, whatever. I learn as I go, I find recipes and I try them out, and I'll let you know how it turns out. And sometimes it's pretty amateur, and that's great because that's how you know you can do it, right? Here we go. Spread out perfectly. So now that my oven is heated up on 250, I'm going to take my pan of delicious apples and I'm going to stick it in here for 45 minutes. And then I'm going to check on them in 45. Okay, so my timer just went off. It's been about 40 minutes. I'm going to open the oven and check on my apple chips. Okay, so I checked on the chips and now I'm going to go ahead and flip them over on the other side so we can get them evenly cooked and crispy. I don't know about you guys, I like my stuff really crispy whenever I'm making sweet potato chips or anything like that. I've never made apple chips, so we will see. So I'm going to flip, oops, I don't want to lose any. Flip them over. Get both sides spread out there. And you know what? Gonna go a little crazy and maybe add some more of cinnamon. Because I love cinnamon and it's good for you. So, and I love the smell when it's cooking. So I kind of want to make sure that these are touching the bottom. so that I know that they're going to get crispy, you know. Now I'm going to put them back in the oven for another 30 to 45 minutes. I like them crispy. Alright, so I just took my chips out of the oven. Not gonna lie, I left them in there a little longer than 45 minutes because, like I said before, I like mine crispy. And some things I learned that you could do to make yours a little better. Cut them as thin as possible because some of mine are pretty thick, so they're gonna have more of a chewy like consistency than an actual chip one. But other than that, they taste pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, I love cinnamon. Nice healthy treat. Dessert for National Dessert Day, and pretty easy to do. So yeah, check it out. See ya.